July 19th, 1942. After surrounding the bulk of the Red Army west of the Don Bend, any foreign military observer would by now predict what the Germans would do next. They would squeeze the pocket with infantry, artillery, assault guns, and maybe even tanks. Then they would rest for 1 week, bring forward their supply lines, and only then prepare the assault on Stalingrad itself. But not this week. Against all expectations, the Germans this week do both things simultaneously. They cross the Don north of Kalach, they surround the Soviet garrison west of Stalingrad, and they wipe out the pocket in the Don Bend. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the East 2. In this episode I wanted to give you guys a short overview of the front line, because when I was, let's say, watching and scrolling the whole length of the front line for the presence of enemy troops, I was like really surprised to see that in many areas of the front the Red Army didn't have a single brigade into individual hexes. And I know that some of you may comment in down below that why the hell I didn't advance into enemy hexes by just taking advantage of the lack of enemy troops there. Yes, you're right. If you say this, you're right, because this was probably one of the biggest strategic miscalculations that I did in this campaign. I was so obsessed with the south that I completely disregarded the center and the north. I could have advanced into Tula, into towards maybe even towards Moscow. Who knows? Towards Ryazan, Gorky, not Kazan and Vologda, but you know what I mean. I'm not too far away from Moscow itself, so technically I could have done it. Practically, not. Why is this? First of all, because the majority, if not all of the mobile troops of the Wehrmacht are deployed in the south. The second and the third Panzer armies, they have the Panzer only in their name. Because they are basically filled with infantry divisions, and they don't have the assault status, as I gave the assault status to the 6th and to the 17th armies. Second, the way the Soviet AI reacts is to, let's say, perceive your motorized and panzer spearheads as the biggest threat. So, of course, if I concentrate all of my mobile units in the south, the AI will naturally cheat by redeploying all of its troops in the south to face the advance of my panzers and of my motorized divisions. So, to advance into unopposed areas with just infantry, for me was not really the best case scenario, since true, I could have motorized my infantry divisions, and I just realized that maybe this is something that I could have done and that I didn't do. And so yes, I mean, my obsession with the oil fields of the Caucasus, my obsession with LARPing, with this really role-playing and historical immersion, just blinded me and prevented me from maybe even already achieving I would say the number of victory points required to win the scenario. Maybe by the end of July. Who knows? But for sure, but by now I would say it's too late to change the course of the campaign. I'm not willing to send back the 4th Panzer Army just because there are no divisions between Kalinin and Leningrad. To name two random cities, and so this week let's say the armies of Army Group South, the future Army Group B, are advancing at full speed. They crush all enemy opposition, and besides wiping out the pocket in the Don Bend, they even march forward and they surround the bulk of the Soviet garrison west of Stalingrad. And the fact that the enemy resistance collapsed so quickly, this is what allowed me to do this double maneuver, because honestly, I was not planning to do this. I was planning to, on one hand, crush the pocket in the Don Bend from the west with the infantry, and from the east with the panzers. But because, as I said, the Soviets collapsed so quickly, I was like, well, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's march forward. Let's march eastward. Let's again surround and isolate as many enemy divisions as possible west of Stalingrad to prevent them from falling back in the city and making the future battle for the city a real nightmare. And with this, folks, I would say I'm at the end, and I leave you to the rest of the video. As always, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you the best, and don't run away, because there is still one episode that will come very soon on the channel. Wish you all the best, and I'll see you all in the next episode.